with a black cat, living in a black neighborhood. He's got a interstate running through his front yard. You know, he thinks he's got it so good.
Ain't that America? September 22nd, 1985 in Champaign, Illinois, Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, and Neil Young got together and started Farm Aid, designed to help those farmers in danger of losing their lands due to mortgage debt. Farm Aid's going strong and set for 2015, still fighting to save the American farmer. Let's welcome to MidPoint the Program Director for Farm Aid, Hilde Steffey, joins us. Hilde, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. Happy to be on the show.
Hilde, 30 years later, did you folks really think that after 30 years you would still be trying to save the American farmer?
Well, that wasn't the intent. You know, when we started in 1985, the hope was to have a big benefit concert, to raise awareness, to raise some funds, to get the attention of folks in Congress. They'd solve the problem, and that would be that. But today we find that the issues that were around in 1985 when we started are still very much on the table, very relevant, and we have a whole handful of new issues today confronting family farm agriculture, so we're keeping busy.
What is that one issue that still sticks out like a sore thumb after 30 years?
The one issue that we see again and again, it comes out in different shapes and forms, is really the power dynamics in our food and agriculture system. And so we're looking at corporate control, we're looking at corporate power at the expense of farmer livelihoods and farmers having a real say in how our food and farm future unfolds.
Are we still at that stage, and again, I'm just going by stories that I've read over the years, that farmland is disappearing here in America? That certainly seems logical with all the building here and all the different housing developments that I see almost every 10 feet, but that farmers themselves, we're seeing less farmers every year?
We are still losing farmland. We're seeing the farmland that we have left consolidated into bigger and bigger farms. And we're also seeing it really difficult for farmers to be able to access farmland. So that remains one of the biggest challenges for family farmers, and especially a new generation of family farmers who are coming onto the land, who may not have grown up on a farm, who are really interested in getting into the profession, but face real challenges at the lending window when it comes to getting the capital and the credit they need to access land.
These are some very dark tidings here, once again, even after 30 years. So, Hilde, give us some good news here. Is there anything positive that's happening here to help the American farmer?
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of positive news, which is great to see. The consumers, eaters are getting much more engaged in their food and farm system, really wanting to know where their food comes from. There are more opportunities through farmers markets, through community-supported agriculture and other direct markets for farmers and eaters to connect. But we still face these major challenges. And while we do have a thriving family farmers market, direct market system that many people see, some of those farmers aren't doing as well as you might think. Many of them can't even afford health insurance. And meanwhile, we have new threats left and right, including the Keystone Pipeline, which I know we've been talking about earlier on your show. So there's a bright horizon for sure. People are engaged. We need more people to be a part of this vision and to be activated to help transform our food system into one that truly benefits all.
I got about 60 seconds left, and I got two questions for you. First of all, is our food supply still good in America? Are we still at the point where people can trust the food they're getting better?
We have a great food supply in this country. Recently, there has been a major overhaul of food safety legislation, which certainly will have major impacts on farmers. So, you know, I encourage folks to learn more about that, to come to farmaid.org and learn more about food safety and why that's a big issue moving forward. We have plenty of food in this country. It's a matter of how we get that food distributed, how we deal with food waste. So there are many issues folded in there.
30 seconds. Tell us who's going to be at Farm Aid 2015. Let's break some news. Come on. Who's the big gun?
Well, big question. I can't disclose that information.
Oh, come on, Hilde. Come on. Give us a hint. Anything, something.
Well, Willie Nelson.
Okay, well, we know that. So is John Mellencamp as well?
John Mellencamp, Neil Young, for sure. Our four board artists who have been with us throughout our history are there every year, committed to the show and raising funds for the effort.
Where's it going to be? Where and when is it going to be this time?
We also don't have that information yet to share, but stay tuned. We'll have that information soon, we hope.
But it will happen. It will happen. We're not talking about something that may happen.
Absolutely. We generally, in September, have the show, so we're hoping that will be the case again.
All right. You better call me first. That's all I got to say. I mean, I want to know first what's coming up here. That's what we're here for. What's the website again?
Farmaid.org.
Farmaid.
FARM.
Farmaid.org. Brilliant what you do for the farmers of America and helping to bring them some faith and some hope for the future as well. Hilde Steffey, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Let's talk jobs, ones that the numbers told us didn't exist, and more when we continue.